Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be on the Synchro event using the Adamancipator deck once more. So this was a pretty interesting duel on my end as well. I wanted to see how well I was going to do against this deck. Of course, I didn't know till he went, I think it was. So at this point, I have no idea what deck he's using. I know I'm using Adamancipator. I had no idea that he was using Adamancipator as well, so that was a pretty surprising thing on my end. And honestly, at one point, I almost thought about surrendering because of how it went, but I actually wanted to see if I can counter it. So that's why I'm going to showcase this video right here. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if you're not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit that button, as I'll be posting more and more combo guide videos in this channel. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, or if you do, please hit the like button as well, and leave a comment on what deck you might want to see a combo guide on. Right now at the moment, I'm working on prank kids, so that's gonna be my next video, hopefully. But let's go ahead and get started. So right off the bat, what I see is I have two Adamancipator. I have Researcher and Analyzer. Analyzer, obviously we all know, is good on the second turn, but you can also use it on the first turn, obviously if you have no other Adamancipator, but if you do, that's great as well, because then you can have two cards onto the field. So my main goal right now was to think about what I can do next. I knew I had Nibiru, which was a good thing in case they were able to special summon or summon 5 times, you know. Then I also had Supplier just in case. And I think by mistake, one of the times I had the auto turned off, so Supplier special did not activate, I think, either. But let's go ahead, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down Analyzer. There it is. And I'm going to do the excavating, and I don't know if I get the fire one. I think that's the only one that came up. I might have gotten the water one, because what I wanted to do was get Dragite onto the field. Adamancipator, what is it? Risen Dragon, or Dragite. That was my thing, and then I also want to get Baronne de Fleur also on the field at the same time. So that was my goal in my head at the moment. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to drop the water one here. We're going to draw a card, and then Research is going to be dropped right after. And then we're going to do Excavating once more. I don't think I put Guardian. I think I put Supplier. Or it could be Doki Doki, honestly. It's Supplier or Doki Doki, I think. Nope. Oh, it's Guardian. I'm sorry. Okay. I think the reason why I put Guardian out, because in case if they had Nibiru, I wanted to be able to use Guardian's effect. And that was my main goal. But then I used it for Baronne de Fleur. Thankfully, I did. That's who I chose first. And I did not go with Adamancipator Risen or Dragite. I could have done Dragite too, I believe, but I'm glad I went with this choice, and you'll see exactly why. You know, obviously I took Guardian off the field as well. I was like, you know what, maybe they don't have Nibiru at the moment, so maybe I'll go ahead and special summon Baronne de Fleur at the moment. So right when I drop Baronne de Fleur, I think he affects, what is, no, he's going to do it right after Supplier. Nibiru should be activated at this point. There it is. There we go. So it was one or the other choice. Obviously, if I chose not to use Baronne's effect, I would have lost everything. And if I did use it, I think next turn I'd lose everything still. I don't quite remember this yet. But yeah, let's go ahead. He's going to use that. I'm going to use Baronne de Fleur's activation. Or yeah, I'm going to use his effect to activate at the moment. And we're going to negate that, which was a good thing. So that's negated. He couldn't use it. Nibiru is going to go in the graveyard. That was a plus for me. I think he had Raigeki. I got Guardian once more. And now I'm going to bring out... Yeah, I should bring out Dragite at the moment, right? There it is. There's a 2-card combo that at the same time, turn 1, if you guys notice how I did it, that's exactly how it was done. 2 Researcher, Supplier, and you know, Guardian was there as well. And that's how it was done. Okay, so... at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident, I believe. But he's going to be able to pull this around. Because, you know, I was like, you know what, Dragite, there is a water card in the graveyard, and he'll be able to negate anything that's coming up. But I think he uses a Kaiju and take that card out too. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look. See, at this point, I was like, oh, shoot, he has Adamancipator too. I got pretty surprised. Pretty excited to see, you know, how well he was going to be able to turn it out. I had a feeling that he was going to take out Dragite. I mean, yeah, Dragite. excavate and then try to do this, but then again, obviously I can probably negate it. So at this moment, you know, that's what I thought. There it is. Kaiju comes out. I didn't say Kaiju because it was going a little bit slow on my end. So I actually thought that he had another effect that I had no idea, where he can have another card on the field onto the graveyard, and I don't know why I even thought about that. Okay, because I've been playing this Adamancipator deck pretty well and pretty long enough to actually know that this is not a card effect. So Kaiju was on the field, and then he uses Raigeki. So I was like, okay, at this point I'm like, okay, my board is crystal clean. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I can bring out Nibiru because he's going to special summon at least 5 times. He has no idea that I have it. So that was going through my head. But then I was like, both of my cards, my best cards, are onto the graveyard. And at this point, I was like, I have zero idea what I can do at this moment. I know I have a researcher, but my best cards are there. But then I'm like, you know what? I have other cards in the extra deck. So let's keep playing. I don't need to surrender because I was thinking about surrendering at this point. Just because. So there it is. I'm going to Ash Blossom it first. You're going to have another Researcher as well. They're going to have the Researcher. And I had a feeling they were going to have another one. And there it is. Researcher comes out. They're going to be able to excavate a card as well on their part. I believe that's what they do. Oh, no. They get Guardian on. They're going to do the... They're going to get the other card out. I forgot the bird's name. Raptite. Raptite is the one that's going to come on, yeah. And I was like, at this point, I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to have him excavate. Maybe I should have let him done it. Or do it. But at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm not. I think Nibiru activated at this point. Yeah, Nibiru did. And there it is. So he had to go on end phase at the moment. There we go. He couldn't do anything else. So now I'm thinking at this moment, like, how am I going to take this out? Normally, I was like, you know what? Nibiru would have been perfect. I would have been able to use Nibiru to maybe attack if the defense was low enough, but the defense was high. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I think I need to have Heart of the Cards. And what I need to do is, let's see if I can excavate something pretty well. Because there are times I've come up with nothing that I can excavate. And honestly, I have to think, I don't even know if I was able to excavate this turn. Let's remember this. Okay, so we got Ash. We're going to drop down... Yeah, at this point, we're going to get that card back too, because that was my other option as well. I was like, in case I can't do anything, my main goal is to get out Dragite onto the field. Why? Just so I can excavate, and I knew that would be possible, and take that card back to the hand. Well, technically it would have gone to, you know, it would just vanish. That's all I would be doing. So that was my other thing. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down Researcher, and I think I pull out Doki Doki at the moment. I think I get to pull out Doki Doki. I think that's what I was going through. Let's see. There's the Doki Doki. Yeah, we get Doki Doki onto the field. I use this effect. And there it is. Perfect. On level 8. We get out Dragite. We're going to excavate. And we're going to return this card to the hand. Well, not to the hand, but it's going to get vanished regardless. Okay, that was it. I think this is it. This was the matchup. That was pretty much it. That's all I had to do. We're going to end it. He's obviously going to draw. He's going to have nothing good on his hand. And he's going to realize that the next turn it's going to be done. So he's going to surrender. And there it is, guys. And that was pretty much it. That's all it took. And the reason why I'm showing this video, obviously, for some of the combo guides that I did on how to bring out both of them at the same time. This way you can also see the cards that I used. And if you can match, you know, you don't have to use the same card, but having 2 tuners and similar level to Baronne de Fleur and Dragite as well, you know, then you can bring out both at the same time. And at the same time, you have the water monster as well. That way you can also have that into the graveyard. So if anything happens to your Dragite, you can 100% bring them back to your hand and do a recap of the special summoning. So this way it can save you, trust me, it saved me a lot, because there are times, even if I drop down both at the same time, I have lost it because I had multiple cards to be able to take down my field. But then I was able to revive, and the next turn, you know, obviously I was able to excavate and then return them back to their hands, and either they surrendered or they just waited till it ended, technically. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely hit the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe, as I'm making more and more combo guide contents just for you all. And leave a comment and let me know what deck you might want to see me play next, because my next one that I finally worked on is the prank kits, and it's in progress of me learning the combos, understanding it, so that I can make the combo guide just for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next one.